Tia Boatman Patterson is an enthusiastic leader. I'm going to start with that. Her energy when it comes to the work that she does is infectious. She's an inclusive leader. She's someone that understands that you have to bring broad communities together. And so the first time I met her, I thought, this woman is dynamic, but she also knows how to recognize the partners in the room.
I think that Tia is a trailblazer in the affordable housing industry. She is not afraid to bring innovation to systems that have been in place for a very long time. And really her depth and breadth in the affordable housing industry, I think, has shaped who she is today and gives her, the ability to be so courageous in spaces where people don't want to hear about innovation and change.
I don't want to say it was by accident, but being open to the possibilities in the moment have given me the opportunity to work at local government. I've worked for 2 mayors. I've worked for 4 speakers. I've worked for 2 governors and the president of the United States. And so all of these things and all of these different points in my career kind of culminated to having kind of this fantastic public sector experience. I was raised by a single mom in public housing, and she later was able to purchase a home using a first-time homebuyer program. So I feel incredibly blessed to have thought that this was an interesting career from the time I was a young woman to actually then go and be able to practice redevelopment and community development. So it's very inspiring.
When I first became speaker, I invited her in, and I knew of her history and her background in housing. But it was her story and why she remained so laser focused on the work. She shared a story with me about meeting with residents. It was a program where residents are encouraged to be civic leaders that live in affordable housing. And the woman came up to meet her or to see her and ask if she knew who this incredible speaker was that day. And it turns out the woman was talking about Tia, but she saw Tia as someone just like her. And Tia shared that story with me and why it was so important to her to be recognized by residents. And right away, I knew that this woman was going to help us do great things in California.
I think often we're afraid to hear from the community that we want to serve because oftentimes the folks that are making the policy don't have the lived experiences and are coming with it from either something they've learned in a book or something that they've learned over a course of time without those lived experiences and without having talked to the community. We sometimes have a solution in search of a problem when you really need to identify the problem from the ground up and then think through how to solve it.
Tia has put her mark on this industry. She's not done. I think she's got a lot to go. But I think that because she brings new ideas and isn't afraid to challenge the status quo, she's been able to create a lasting impact on the affordable housing industry.
It really is going to take all of us coming together, regulatory, resources, nonpartisan, working together to try to solve this housing crisis. And in order to do that, we have to be less divisive. My hope is that we will be able to come together and solve this housing crisis.